Hey Bladers, it's me Ascalon here of Spin Finish. I'm here with another Beyblade unboxing as you can see. Today we're going to be unboxing the last of the currently released CX Beyblades, Perseus Dark CX-03. Again, gorgeous packaging as with the other two. I'm super excited for this guy purely because I'm a lover of all gens of Beyblade, but I really like my metal fight, so having a Perseus inspired Beyblade is just super cool. On the box here you can see this fantastic graphic of Perseus. Love his colours, they're just so cool. It just gives real Gravity Perseus vibes. Just the blade shape, everything to do with it just looks so nice. We've got this fantastic graphic of him here. He doesn't come with a launcher, he's just the Beyblade on its own. You can see here what his CX blade is comprised of, the lock chip and the assist blade. Turn on to the back, you can see lovely graphic there of the character, and then you've also got the parts itself. Perseus, as you can see, he comes with the blade, and then you've got the 680 ratchet and then the new defensive bit wedge. So now that we've cracked them open, let's take a closer look at Perseus Dark. We'll start off by having a look at the blade, and immediately the first thing I have to comment on is how absolutely dripping the Gravity Destroyer and Gravity Perseus inspiration is with this Beyblade, and I am so here for it. I love every generation of Beyblade very equally, but my god, I love seeing Metal Fight inspiration like this. It's just done so well. It's done so well with him and with Aero Pegasus, and how they've adapted Galaxy Pegasus and other Pegasus motifs into it, and it just looks fantastic on this guy. The lock chip art itself is fantastic. It just absolutely blows me away. I love that, like Aero Pegasus, it's got the hexagonal face bolt kind of shape behind the actual avatar itself, just to harken back to the face bolts of Metal Fight. Just so cool. I love the tri-wing shape, very Gravity Perseus again, and I love the use of black and purple. It just immediately feels like he's back, the same way that Aero Pegasus felt like Pegasus was back. It's so cool. The blade's got such an interesting shape as well. It's kind of wavy and very almost similar to Whale Wave in the way that it's up and down, and it's got this really kind of upward tilt to it, which probably means it's quite top heavy, same way Whale Wave is, but then again, all the CX blades are. Speaking of which, like Dran Brave and Wizard Ark, Gravity Perseus is a CX blade, which means that his blade is made of 3 components instead of the 1 that BX and UX blades are. Mentioning again that this line offers more customization than its BX and UX counterparts. So it's going to be interesting to see again how this line develops going forward and what kind of parts we're going to get. But anyway, talking exclusively about Perseus Dark here, what we'll quickly do before we move on to the ratchet and the bit is have a look at what each of the individual parts of his blade look like separated. You've got the lock chip again, as with the other 2 CX blades, made of plastic, same as them all. And then you have the blade itself here, dark. Looks gorgeous. Again, the purple and the black just give such Cadbury's hot chocolate vibes. I love it. And then we've got the bumper assist blade here. Bumper is the same height as Wizard Ark's assist blade round, and then Dran Brave's slash is the lowest out of the 3 that we've got at the moment. Again, we don't know how low they'll go with these, and we don't know if they'll make them out of different materials going forward. Same with the lock chip, whether it'll follow a true Metal Fight callback at some point and eventually make them out of metal. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to what surprises they've got in store for us for these. So that's enough about the blade. We'll move that to the side and we'll now talk about the ratchet itself. This ratchet here, 680, like 660, are both the first of their kind in the 6 ratchets. They have 3 larger protrusions and 3 smaller protrusions, and it goes large protrusion, small protrusion, large protrusion, small protrusion, in that fashion all the way around. So the jury's still out on how the 6 ratchets perform. I know a lot of people are still playtesting all these, seeing what their longevity is like and how burst resistant they are. My playtesting hasn't showed great results, but it could just be bad results, and you never know. I'll keep testing and see if it really is as bad as the early tests have showed for me. See if it's got potential. 680 seems to be better on like higher combos than the 660 did with its low combos. Like, it just seemed to burst all the time. I found a wee bit of success with 680 on like things like Silver Wolf, but I still think there's maybe better options. Anyway, the color combo is fantastic on it. The black and the purple just looks so sick. So that's enough about the ratchet. The next bit we'll talk about is the bit. This bit is a wedge. It is a defensive type bit. You can see it's got a slightly needle shaped tip, and then we've got the slightly curved outer edge. It's got 10 gears. I think it's a first defensive bit with 10 gears, so it means that it's got real counter-attack potential. So it does some early testing with the white one. It's actually showing quite good promise at the moment. Again, the jury's still out, but early tests have actually surprised me with this bit, so we'll have to keep testing and see if it's as good as the early tests have been showing. But I'm interested. It's definitely an interesting bit to pick up and have a play about with for sure. Anyway, what we'll do now is we'll assemble him all together and see how he looks. And that, there we go. So he's got a very, very interesting side profile, to say the least. Very wavy, very tall, but all the CX blades are. Naturally, being on the 80 height, he is the tallest of the CX blades currently released. So not great profile wise, but the joy of Beyblade is you can combo and you can make whatever arrangement of parts you like. But he just looks massive. He looks like an actual satellite like coming in, but he looks very, very cool, and I just love how inspired his design is. That's enough about him. Let's get the scales out and let's actually weigh him. We'll weigh him assembled and we'll weigh all of his component parts and see how they stack. Okie doke. Fully assembled, Perseus Dark comes in at 46.37 grams. Not too shabby at all. So then we will quickly disassemble him and we will weigh the blade fully assembled, which comes in at 37.62 grams. And then the ratchet comes in at 6.92 grams, which is not too bad. And then the bit itself, wedge, comes in at 1.82 grams, so not too bad. We will then split it apart and we'll weigh each part of the CX blade itself. So the lock chip comes in at 1.73, surprise, surprise. And then the blade comes in at 30.60, and then bumper comes in at 5.35. So not too bad, not too bad. Very interesting. So now that we have weighed this bad boy, what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the Bey Stadium and we're going to throw him about and see how he fares against other Beyblades. We'll test him against Dran Brave and we'll test him against Wizard Ark, and then we'll test him against some standard meta combos and see how he fares. So, see you in the ring. First match, Perseus Dark 680 Wedge versus Dran Brave 660 Vortex. Second match, Perseus Dark 680 Wedge versus Wizard Ark 455 Low Orb. Oh, first. Third match, Perseus Dark 680 Wedge versus Cobalt Dragoon 560 Elevate. Fourth match, Perseus Dark 680 Wedge versus Phoenix Wing 360 Low Rush. Fifth match, Perseus Dark 680 Wedge versus Wizard Rod 960 Dark. That's all she wrote. So now that he's been bumped about in the Bay Stadium, what do you guys think of Perseus Dark? Is he the CXB you're most interested to pick up and try out? Let us know in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to like and give our channel a subscribe if you're interested in seeing more Beyblade content. Anyway, that's it from me today guys, so have a lovely rest of the day and we'll see you again soon. Bye!